I'm going to point it out before anyone else does. I went to open up the vents on the tent and realized the tent is actually inside out right now. It's still going to work perfectly fine. The vents are still open. It'll be safe, but I thought I'd point it out before anyone else does. Hey everyone, as you can see we are hot tenting right now. I did want to do a bushcraft camp, but it's supposed to dip down really cold tonight, so I opted for a hot tent. Today we have Hops and Robbers Dry Hopped IPA. It is from, where's the brewery? Double Trouble Brewing Co. They are in Guelph, Ontario. They have a whole Hops and Robbers lineup with a bunch of different, I think they're all IPAs. I haven't really noticed, but this one is a dry hopped IPA smashed with Cascade. It's a type of hops. Cheers, guys. May have slightly been shaken up. Not bad. By the way, someone asked me why do I carry this in winter if it's meant to keep my drink cold. It also stops my drink from freezing, so that's why I carry it. It is quite cold today. Now you may have noticed I did bring in my sled. When I do that, I do like to bring in a few luxuries. This chair is one of them. I do like that tripod chair I usually use, but it just loves to sink itself into the snow. One other thing I do, this year I decided I'm going to bring in a few pieces of wood. It just makes my life easier starting a fire, hot tenting. I have for an extra 1 or 2 hours with what I brought in. I also brought in one of those eco compressed wood logs. I'm going to throw that in before I go to bed, and it just makes my life easier, but I did want to point it out that I do bring in a little bit of wood, and as long as I have the sled, I probably will this year. Also makes dragging the sled easier because what I do is line the bottom. I put about 4 or 5 big pieces, a few small pieces, and it adds weight to the sled, so it actually weighs it down. So when I drag it through, it doesn't want to topple over, and it just makes it nice and easier, and makes the wood gathering process easier for me as well. Alright, so I was debating starting a fire outside, but it's easily 20 degrees warmer inside this tent, so I'm going to hang out here. Going to make my dinner on the stove, and yeah, we're going to stay warm tonight. I do apologize for today's dinner. There is nothing special about it, it's just an instant soup. I actually already took it out of the packaging, threw it in there. I really like this one, but it comes in like 3 or 4 different plastic sealed bags, which I find really annoying to deal with. So I like to pre-pack it, throw it in the stove, and get cooking. It is currently 18 Celsius or 65 Fahrenheit inside this tent. That is also a CO monitor, so how well that actually works is up for question, but I'd rather have it than have nothing, and I do like it for the temperature gauge. It's actually warm enough in here that I could take off my jacket comfortably. A bigger tent may have been a good idea though. This here is the pillow I like to use in winter. I bought this from Teton Sports 5 years ago probably. I think it was $15 at the time, $15 Canadian on top of that. If you look now, depending what color you get, the price is ridiculous. So Do whatever you want with that. I like it. My only complaint is there's not enough structure to it. So what I like to do, I have a fleece blanket here. It's actually an emergency blanket. I actually like to stuff it inside the same pillowcase. Adds extra loft, and in the middle of the night, if I do need an extra blanket, I can just grab this. And there you have it. It's not pretty, but does the job. May have noticed I opted for tea today. I wanted a warm drink before I get to bed. I also wanted to sleep, so coffee was out of the question. I don't own any decaf coffee, so tea was a good choice. I will also be signing out here. I'm going to stoke the fire one last time, finish this, get to bed. The minute I wake up in the morning, it's going to be really cold, so I'm going to pack up and get out of here as quick as possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.